We're now streaming live. We're now streaming live. Welcome to the Morning Gamer Nightly Edition. My name is Torrance Davis, and I'm your host. And I'm here with Hiphopgamer.
Yo, the intro doesn't even make sense.
What do you mean it doesn't make sense?
So we here doing the Morning Gamer, but it's the late night.
Yeah, because, okay, so here's, I can explain that. So usually when I do the Morning Gamer, I record it and then I post it in the morning, right? But since I'm doing a stream, because I'm doing video now, video is my thing now, and I don't want to just record it and then post it in the morning, so I had to just change it up real quick. So I may have to come up with a new title. Maybe it won't be Morning Gamer anymore. Maybe I won't be posted in the morning, because that's when I was just doing audio. You know, I could record it and let it, you know, rest until the morning. But now, since I'm doing live video, I'm actually feeding it out to the internet right now on Twitch, YouTube, and Mixer. Can't be called Morning Gamer, so that's why I added the nightly edition.
Okay. So how can I go and actually watch it? I don't even know what your YouTube is.
VG War. Just go to YouTube and look for VG Warzone.
All right, cool.
Do a search for VG Warzone, and you should see it live. Why don't you subscribe? What are you doing? So anyway, here we are. Morning Gamer. You can see me now. Good. And you can probably see yourself in the background. I'm here with Hiphopgamer, a.k.a. Gerard Williams, a.k.a. Cheat Code Johnson.
I like that. Cheat Code Johnson.
Okay. So the reason I got you here, I mean, we always need to catch up. It's been a while since what? Since PAX? When was PAX? March? April?
Yeah, PAX. Yeah, exactly. It's been too long, man.
So
too long.
We always have to catch up. And obviously there's some controversy going on with you right now, as there always is. Because so I get on, I say, oh, let me tell you how this all started. So I'm like, oh, Hiphopgamer streaming Cuphead. I heard this game's really hard. Let me go watch him die. So I get on your YouTube channel and I'm watching you. I'm like, this dude's getting hemmed up, but he's not dying. Bloop, bloop. He's falling. And he's not dying. He's getting shot. I'm like, how much health does he have? I'm like, this dude isn't dying. So I send you a tweet. Why aren't you dying? That's what I wanted to see. And you said you were using a trainer. You were using cheats to play Cuphead. So this started a little tiny debate. And where everybody was going at you hard and everything, I'll be honest with you. What you do in the privacy of your home as far as gaming goes, I don't give a shit. We've all done the up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, abacab on Contra. We've all done it.
Contra.
But now, in this day and age, we're not little kids sitting in our house playing games anymore. We're journalists. We help our fans decide what games to buy. We have a duty to our fans to talk about games, talk about news, play games for them, especially when you're streaming. Me personally, when you're streaming, you want to stream the game as it is. So when I see you streaming and you're using cheat codes, and I'm like, it wasn't really why were you using cheat codes. It was more so, why are you streaming with cheat codes for your audience? Boom.
Okay.
There's the question.
Okay, so the first thing is, I didn't stream Cuphead only once. You know what I'm saying? The stream you saw was the second stream I was doing.
Right.
So the first stream that I did was like my first impression of the game, showing people how I felt about it and stuff like that. And the game is classic. It's an instant classic. In the very first stream I did, I died a whole bunch of times. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people saw it. So they saw the game as is from the first stream. Then the second stream, I put the cheat codes because I didn't want to die. I wanted to get through the joint, but I also wanted to demonstrate and show people more of the game in terms of the progression. So it's like, that's pretty much it. Now, what's so funny about it, about the whole situation, is like cats be fronting at like we ain't grow up with NBA Jam and we put cheat codes in, or we ain't grow up with Game Genie and playing all of these games and doing whatever we wanted to do. It's a modification. People mod games all the time, especially in the PC world. Why? Because we like to play games the way we want to play. Like, I want to have fun the way I want to have fun. And if that's my fun, so be it. That's one. So in terms of showing the game as is, that I did that already out the gate. So people already saw that. And then I showed them something different. And then also, what people I don't think realize is, like, even a lot of the game developers show off games sometimes in God mode, or they may not have God mode on. They may have certain weapons or certain things that they give you access to that normally you wouldn't have access to at that particular part of the game.
Right, but
just so you can get a feel of certain things. So what? Like, it doesn't matter. It's a demonstration of the game. It doesn't take away from what the game is, because when I do a review of a game while I'm talking about it, my main focus is the graphics, the gameplay in terms of how it feels, how it responds, the cool, unique things you could do, the creativity of it, the fun factor you have with it, sound design, story if it has one, and all this other stuff. So whether I'm using infinite health or infinite ammo doesn't take away from whether the game is hot or not.
Right.
That's it.
Don't you think you're doing a disservice to your fans by streaming it with cheats on?
Hell no, because I'm demonstrating the game. You know what's so funny? I'm glad you asked that question, because a few people that was chatting in the actual stream, a lot of people actually liked it because they was able to see the progression of the game. Because a lot of streams that they did watch, they didn't really see that much progression in the game, because so many people, kept dying like 40 times or 30 times before they got a chance to get to the next part. And over time, it gets a little boring seeing the same thing over and over and over again, because it's like shock value. The moment you see something new, you engage, and you want to keep seeing the progression. So that's what I gave them, and that's what I wanted to show. And that's it. And ain't nothing wrong with that. And like I said,
but here's another question. But don't you also think you're spoiling the game? For instance, there are some speed runs out there. I'll give you an example. There are some speed runs out there that beat the game really fast. I won't watch them because I don't want to know how people beat bosses, because that's a challenge to me. Like, I'm stuck on these 2 fucking frogs. It's driving me crazy. And it's not even a matter of learning the pattern or anything. It's trying to stay alive. I know the pattern to beat them, but I'm having trouble staying alive because it's hard for me to fire and jump at the same time and stay alive, especially when you get 3 tigers on the damn slot machine. That's when I freak out. Yeah. So it's just a matter of time before I beat that level. But there are other bosses I haven't seen yet. So my choice is, like, I know the game's hard and I know people are having trouble with it, so I don't mind watching people die a few times and laughing at them. That's what I intended to do to you. But if you're playing, like, I was a total letdown because I go to your stream and you got infinite health on. You're not dying. You're just breezing through the levels. So you're taking away, not only are you taking away, like, you're spoiling the game, but you're taking away that whole element of a challenge. And that's like, you go way back to the early video games, the first video games that were made. It's about a challenge, especially the first single player games where there was a story and there was bosses. There was a challenge. You don't just take Mega Man and go straight to Dr. Wily and kill him. You got to fight all his bosses. Not only do you have to fight all his bosses, but you have to fight them in a certain order because you need certain weapons to beat other bosses. So you don't start off with Leaf Man, So that's where the challenge comes in. And then when you figure out that challenge and you beat the game, you're victorious and you feel great about it. By you using cheats, I guess all the time now you use cheats, you're taking that whole challenge away, that whole victory thing out of the equation of gaming. And I believe that's a huge part of gaming, don't you?
Well, a huge part of gaming is having fun.
Right.
However you have fun is how you have fun. So to me, I have fun just playing the game. In terms of being victorious and beating the boss, like, I could beat Cuphead without cheat codes. It'll take longer.
I dare you.
I can do it. I
dare you.
Know what I'm saying? So you can dare me all you want. It doesn't mean I'm gonna do it because
I bet you can't do it. I bet you can't do it.
All right, well, that's your opinion.
Are you not taking this challenge? Are you just saying, yeah, whatever? You're not going to take this challenge? When do you back down from a challenge? Every challenge I've made to you, you've accepted. Every single one. And I'm challenging you to beat Cuphead without cheats on standard mode. And are you not going to accept that challenge? There are millions and millions of people watching this feed right now. Are you not going to accept this challenge?
Nope, I accept the challenge of playing you in Tekken and whipping that ass.
Well, it's okay.
And you know what's so funny? And you know what's so funny? Like, everybody always talking about, like, if I'm playing a game, right? And the thing is, like, in terms of, like, cheat codes, like I said, it's optional. It's like, I can play a game with it or without it. It's just how I like to have fun.
Dude, and let me tell you something.
That doesn't bother, like, that shouldn't affect nobody
else. It doesn't.
You don't have to play the way I play.
No, you know what?
But the thing is, I do show both sides. See, that's the thing. Like I said, when I first played Cuphead, I played it as is. So people saw how hard it was and how difficult it was and stuff like that.
Well, let me tell you this. The one thing I respect, the one thing I can respect about you is you do what you want and you are playing how you want to play. I would just think, as a journalist, as the #1 journalist in gaming, that you would do it without the cheats and show your fans the real challenge of the game, so they can, like, I'm sure, but I mean, okay, yeah, you got 77,000 followers on Twitter. I don't think everybody who watches your content saw both the first and second stream. There may be some people that came in and saw the second stream and was like, oh, Cuphead's easy, I'm going to buy it tomorrow. And then they get it. Like, this is ridiculous. This is like Dark Souls Mega Man. What the hell? Hiphopgamer gypped me, you know?
No, because then if you're not willing, like, play this, the videos is back to back.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you look at the second stream and didn't look at the first,
right,
then that's your fault. You should have looked at it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's one. It's right there. So you should have looked at it. Then you would have known. That's one. All right, baby, he's sitting nobody or holding nobody's hand. You got you on.
But your hand, your hand is getting held by using those cheats.
So what? That's for me. And the thing is, I love it. I think I like the fact that, and then also when I'm playing the game, even though I got the cheat codes on, I'm playing it as if they're not on. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't just walk through and just get hit. I'm really still trying to play the game.
I know you're really trying. Yeah. Because if you get hit, even if you're invisible and you get hit, it still kind of stops you a little bit, and it's annoying. So yeah, of course you got to do that. But
yeah, but the thing is, it's like that's another way on how, like, I learned the game. It's like, for example, when I'm playing the game, even with cheats on, like, even if I get hit a whole bunch of times, I'm like, oh, I see why I got hit. Okay, I'm learning this, I'm learning that. And so I'm getting through it. I'm getting through the game so I can have the fun and the enjoyment of the shock value of progressing. But also, I'm still playing it as if I don't got the cheats on, because I still want to learn the game. So a person that's watching the stream, it's not like I'm just standing in one spot and just shooting. And then, like, that's boring. I'm still playing as if I'm losing. That's why people started asking the question, like, how is he still blah, blah, blah? Because they see me trying to beat the game, you know what I'm saying, in the same reference. So they know how hard it is.
Well, I asked you why you used the cheats. You said one of the reasons was because you hate dying. I don't think there's anybody that actually likes dying in games, but it's part of the game, though. You know, so what trainer are you using on Steam for all these games?
Cheathappens.com.
Cheathappens.com, and they had a cheat for Cuphead right away.
Yeah, they cheats come out like right away.
And is it a plugin or code you put in?
What it is you download. So you got to sign up to the site. Mm-hmm. I'm a lifetime member, so it's like when you sign up to the site.
How are you a lifetime member?
Yeah, because you pay to be a lifetime member.
How much is that?
I think it's like $60.
$60, and then you got a lifetime membership.
Yeah.
So the cost of the game.
Yep, and then whatever game comes out, you can use the cheats with. And the thing is, what be bugging me out about people, which is so funny, is like I ended so many games in my life before I even touched a cheat or a game genie or whatever and all this other stuff. So it's like, you know, I don't care what people think. I know my skill set. I know what I could do. But I play games that have fun and enjoy them. And don't get me wrong. With Cuphead, it was tough, man. That game is extremely hard. To me, that game is harder than Dark Souls and Bloodborne. in my opinion, that joint is incredible. I love the game. The game is great. I was having fun while I was dying. If you saw my first stream, even though I died, I was having fun because the game is so amazing. But it gets to a point in time where I died enough. Let me get through this shit, and that's what I did.
Now, so when you get these trainers, do you have to download them? Yeah, so it's a download. Now, did you? Yeah, so here's another question. So they have them for Steam and they have them for Windows Store. Yeah. Are you worried that maybe Steam or somebody might go ahead and say, "Oh, you're running trainers. I'm gonna ban your access to a game or something like that"?
No, because I only use the trainers for single player. Okay. You can only use them for single player. First of all, I don't like if I'm cheating against a computer. Who gives a damn? I don't cheat against people. Like, you can't even do that. That's stupid. Why would you want to? See, everything that people are saying would make sense to me if I was like doing what a lot of people do on PC when they're playing like Call of Duty multiplayer or
Strike multiplayer. No, that's different.
They find ways to hack the game. Yeah, that's different. I don't do nothing like that. That's weak to me because you cheating a person. You know what I'm saying? That's whack. But if I'm playing against a computer, I'm playing against a computer on my own damn time. Like that's nothing. And then when I'm streaming a game, anytime I stream a game, it's a demonstration of how I feel about the game, what the game has in it, and whether I'm using a cheat code or not doesn't take away from a game being hot or not. And also, I play it both ways, so you can see it as is without the cheats, and you can see how it is with the cheats. And what's so funny, there's over 3 million people in a lot of these communities that look for cheats all the time. Let me tell you what happened yesterday. So somebody was mad at they was putting out articles, right? Because they was mad at Forza for having so many because you gotta grind to get credits just to get the new cars, and there's so many cars, and people was frustrated. They was like, yo, look at Microsoft, those greedy bastards, they're at it again, trying to do this, try to do that. I got every car in the game almost because of the trainer. I got like $50 million in my game. So.
Now, all right, wait. Now let me ask the $1 million question. Do you use these cheats to do your reviews?
Do I use the cheats to do the reviews?
Yeah. So let's say you get a new game from a company, and do you beat the game first, or do you use the cheat code to beat it so you can write your review or post your review? How do you do that?
No, well, all my stuff is live, so I don't do reviews in the traditional sense anymore, like how everybody else do on my different websites. So it's like what you saw in what I did with Cuphead is how I do it. Like the very first time I played a game.
Oh, we lost you. We lost you.
That's what I do.
Say that again, because you went out for a second. Say that again.
Oh, okay. So the same way you saw me do it with Cuphead is the same way I do. I don't do reviews in the traditional sense anymore. Like the way I do them now is the very first time I get the game, like the very first time, like I go live, I play it, and I let people know what my honest first reactions are to the graphics, to how the game feels, and the things that it has to offer and stuff like that. But I do it in its raw form, without the cheats and stuff like that. Everything is just raw. And it is what it is from there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you don't do the traditional. You don't do the traditional thing. You don't finish the game from start to end and then do the review. You just play it.
No.
Okay.
No, I play enough to let you know whether it's hot or not.
Okay.
You know what's so funny? I'm gonna break something down to you. So I do it without the cheats first, and then after that, for the sake of just progressing and people just enjoying the stream and seeing the game and going through it. The second time around, I'll do that because I already know what the game has to offer, and people know what it has to offer from the first go round. You understand? Okay. So that's how it is. Like, it's the same thing with Bloodborne. I played Bloodborne, got my ass whipped, but then I played it again with the cheat codes, and I was kicking ass. So it's like, it's the same thing.
Now, how are you using cheats on Bloodborne? Are you using the Game Genie?
Yeah. So you have the save wizard. If you go to savewizard.net, they got the PS4 cheats, so you can use Bloodborne cheats on that. So I got like 9 million blood echoes and all this other stuff.
So what is it? Is it an actual save file that you get?
Yeah, it's not like the traditional save files you would get with other games. Like, it's actual customized cheats that you install into a save file. So it's not like like somebody had a save that was really good. It's not nobody else's save. It's your save, your cheats, your unique.
So it edits your save. It says here, Save Wizard for PS4 Max is a true save editor, allowing you to cheat your save files. These are not pre-made, unchecked, poor quality with alleged cheats uploaded by others. They are in-house produced and tested cheats, which you can apply to your save at any point in time. Using our custom technology, we can help you beat the game or breathe new life into a forgotten classic. Or in your case, breathe new life into brand new games that are too hard for you to finish without cheats. Okay, so
oh my God.
So what?
Put like this. I don't need cheat codes to battle you.
Yeah, you do. I'll give you an example. You do cheat when you play me. I'll give you 2 examples. I'll give you 2 examples. You ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
When we played Tekken, you assign moves that require 2 button presses to 1 move. So you removed all error out of the because you're removing any. Can I explain? Can I explain?
Yeah, please.
I want you. If you do 100 moves where you have to press 2 buttons at once, you're probably going to screw up a couple times because you got to press 2 buttons at once. If you only have to press 1 button, you're never going to make a mistake. You're never going to miss that move. So that's 1.
No, you're lying.
No, I'm not lying. That's true. There's room for error.
I'm gonna tell you why you're lying. I'm gonna tell you why you're lying.
Why?
Because just like how you said that all I gotta do is push 1 button and blah blah blah. I could not push that button at all and just make a mistake.
How are you? Yes, you could totally miss the button. Your hands could get sweaty. You could drop the controller. Yeah, that could happen. But when you map 2 button presses to 1 button, you're removing any chance that you're going to miss that second button push with your thumb. So you're giving yourself a handicap. So that's 1.
In terms of that particular move,
that's 1. That's 1. That's 1. That's 1.
Part of the game, you have to know.
That's 1.
Part of the game without you.
No, it's not. You can't do it in the arcade.
Really? Are you serious?
The game with the version we played does not allow you to do that in the arcade.
Okay, we're not playing the arcade.
That's 1. That's 1. Let's get to the next one. All right.
Can you do it on console? Yes or no? Can you do it on console?
If I said the rules at the beginning of the match were not to do that, you did it anyway. No, you weren't supposed to do it.
Oh, get the hell out of here!
Yes, I did. We had an argument about it. We had an argument. Okay. Forget that. Scratch that game. Next one. You ready? When we played Halo over your house, when I beat your ass. You were screen cheating.
I remember that.
Of course you don't remember it. Of course, dude. Oh shit, motherfucker! I kicked your ass in Halo, and I kicked your ass in Blur. Yes, I did. I beat you. I beat you. Dude, I got the trophy, I got the champagne, I got the fucking rings, I got the money. I beat you. You lost, okay? I fucked you up, and you were screen cheating. Let's not shy away from the fact here. You were screen cheating and openly admitted it. You admitted it. I said, "Why are you watching me?" Yes, you know what screen cheating is? When you're playing a game, when you're playing, listen for the audience. When you're playing a game on the same screen with a split screen, and the person you're playing against is looking at your portion of the screen to figure out what your position is. And I called you out on this when we were playing, and you laughed and openly admitted it. And you said, well, it's there, so I should be able to look. That's what you said. I don't forget this shit. And I beat your ass, just to add insult to injury, and I beat your ass in fucking Blur. You couldn't beat me in Blur at all. At all. You did not win one game.
Okay, first of all, Blur, you beat me in. Blur, you beat me in.
Halo,
I beat you too.
You did not beat me in Halo. You didn't win. You didn't win any games.
Oh my God.
Did you wait? Did you get some kills? Yes, you got some kills.
You getting fatter by the lie. I'll tell you right now, I see bacon coming off your face.
Look, dude, look, you did get some kills in Halo, but you didn't win. You never won.
Oh my God. Okay.
I won. What did we do? Best out. Well, okay, so we did best out of 5. Maybe you won a match. Is that what you're saying?
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you won a match. You won a match.
But you ain't just kick my ass and destroy me.
Well, no.
I didn't just win one match either.
Well, I won, though. I won the best out of 5.
Yeah, you won 3-2.
And so whenever you bring up the fact that you beat my, don't forget to bring up the games that I kicked your ass in.
Yeah, but we were talking about Tekken, so get out of here.
Yeah, and I won a match in Tekken too.
And I got 2 perfects on you in Tekken.
Oh, big deal.
Yeah, all right.
I got perfect. I perfected you in fucking Blur. Okay. So back to the cheating. What made you decide you get this gaming PC and finally you said to yourself, "Wow, Torrance was right." Right? You said this, right?
Oh, yeah.
About PC gaming.
Hell yeah.
So you get your PC, right. You build your PC or whatever. You got 4K gaming. At what point did you say, "You know what? I'm going to search and see if there's any cheats out there"? When did you do that?
Oh, you know what it is? I'm trying to remember, but I think it was with the Dark Souls 3 thing. I think it was with Dark Souls.
So you had a need.
Like, yeah. So I think it was when Dark Souls 3 came out, and I was, I really love the art style and the look of these games in terms of Bloodborne and all this other stuff. And it's like, I was like, damn, like. I had no cheat codes, and I was frustrated, so I just didn't play it. And then once I discovered that
wait, stop, hold on. I ain't got no cheat codes, so I was just frustrated, and I didn't play it.
Yeah, because I kept trying to play it, and it's like I was getting further and further, but every time I got further, it's like it comes with like dying like 80 times before I got further, and I started getting better, but then I was getting more frustrated, and it's like, it's easy to be sidetracked when you got so many other games to play.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It's like, so that's what it is. It's like I'm spending so much time on this game, and I'm getting far, but in little steps. Whereas I got Destiny over here, I got 2K over here, Watch Dogs over here, and these games I gotta play too because I ain't beat those either yet. So I was like, I just go from game to game to game, and I'm also reviewing all the time. So I'm always playing new games. You understand? So I was like, that's when it happened.
Are there any games that you can't use cheat codes on that you want to use cheat codes on?
Wait, say that again because you popped out for a second.
Are there any games that you can't use cheat codes on that you want to use cheat codes on?
Is there any games that I can't use cheat codes on that I want?
Yeah.
No. Like I'm about to get Neo too for the PC when that come out.
And they got a trainer for that?
Hell yeah.
Let's see if they got a trainer for Neo on PC.
No, it's not up on the website yet, but.
Now, okay, so now let's say the game came out tomorrow and the cheat code wasn't available yet. Would you wait for the cheat code to come out before you played, or would you play and then?
No, well, I played Neo before on PlayStation 4. I played it. I know how tough it is. It's a dope game, but I know how tough it is. So yeah, I'll just wait till the cheat code comes.
To me, the 30 or 40 minutes I spent with the demo, Neo's the hardest fucking Souls game I've ever touched. I haven't played Dark Souls 3, but that game's scary. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's my thing. Like I like these games. Like these games is like hot to me. Like I really like them.
Oh, it is. It's definitely hot, but it's hard as fuck. I'm gonna get it on PC just so I can stream it. I'm gonna stream it, and people like watching me die because it's entertaining.
But listen, Torrance, it's cool watching somebody die, but it's not cool watching somebody die only. Like, it has to be a balance.
Oh, yes, it is.
Well, not for me.
People will sit there and laugh.
For an hour straight.
Dude,
I just don't want
to when you did that Bloodborne stream, that was the funniest shit. It was fucking hilarious how frustrated you were getting with that game. It was hilarious.
Yeah, but now, I'm not sure if you saw my other stream, but I was streaming Bloodborne, and I was killing everything.
Yeah, that's no fun.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but mad people, be on a Floyd Mayweather stuff. They just want to see somebody lose.
Yeah, we want to see you die, man, because it's entertaining, man. When you fucking, when I know for a fact, people want me to play Demon Souls, and they, or any other game, any difficult game, they want to see it. Because, number one, they laugh when they see me die because, A, it's probably places they've died at. They like to see people learn. Yeah. They like to see people learn how to progress and get past those challenges that are holding them back. And they want to see reactions. When somebody like yells or screams at a game because they see something unexpected, that's just fucking hilarious on a stream. So I can understand. I can understand why my fans like watching me play those games, or like watching me stream in general, because sometimes I get lost in the stream and I scream and I say motherfucker and I get pissed. Cuphead, a couple times in Cuphead, I freaked out last night because I made mistakes and I died. And I was playing like I wasn't even on a stream, and I think that's the essence of streaming, and I think that's why people enjoy watching other people play it that way, because they can relate to it, and the challenge is part of that. And
I agree. That's why I don't mind giving both sides of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving both sides of it. But like I said, it's only certain games like Bloodborne or Dark Souls or Neo or this game. Like, there's certain games that has that kill factor where everybody's gonna die a lot, and it's cool to watch people reaction when they die. I understand that. That's why when I did the stream on Cuphead the first time, I was wilding out and people was laughing at me. Yes. But at the same time, as well as I want to give you that form of entertainment, I also want to give you another form of entertainment in terms of the progression, what the next level looked like. Oh, this game is hot. Oh, that character's crazy. Oh, that boss battle was hot. Like, I want to give them that too, and I feel like it's never nothing wrong with having options. And,
now, let me ask you this:
I think that's cool.
What if your fans are telling you they didn't want that? Or what if they were telling you, if you keep doing these cheat streams, I'm going to stop following you? Would you change?
No. Because if you're gonna stop following me because I'm doing something that I wanted to do, then you was never supporting me in the first place. Like, I don't. You can't control me that way. If you gonna rock with me, you rock with me unconditionally. Like, put like this, yo, Torrance, I'm a fan of yours, I'm a friend of yours, and I'm your brother. I don't care what you do, whether I like it, whether I hate it, whatever it is. I'm always gonna support you, man. I love you. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and I'm gonna support you too. That's why I bring you up here to have these discussions to the open, because I know you get online and the people just like throw shit at you, and they're like, "Oh, you suck, motherfucker! Why are you doing this? Oh, this is stupid. You're not really a journalist." And I'll be honest, it's frustrating for me to see that too. However, my angle is like, I don't care if he uses cheats. I really don't care if he uses cheats. I just want to know why you use them when you stream. That's all. Because, I'm sure I do crazy experiments on my own, when I'm not streaming, whatever. And I find it interesting. I do respect you for doing what you want to do and not worrying about what anybody else thinks. That gets mad props from me. I don't agree with streaming with cheats on at all. I don't agree with it, but whatever. I should be able to have a disagreement with you, and we still move on. I mean, We've been doing this since 2008. So,
exactly. Yeah. And that's my thing. If a fan is a real fan, they're going to rock with me regardless. And let's keep it 100. I'm going to just keep it a buck. Anybody that's a fan of mine or not, or if this is your first time discovering me or whatever, like, in the industry, period, you have everybody, and then you got Hiphopgamer. You can't associate me with anybody else in the industry in terms of like things done, accomplishments, shit that you never seen before or heard before, debates, like all types of stuff like that I've managed to do, and things that I'm continuing to do, and the barriers that I'm breaking. So at the end of the day, whether you hate it, whether you love it, you're gonna respect it because it's real, and I own up to mine. You never ever seen me like just flat out, like back down to something, no matter how big the numbers were, or how many people try to get at me, or whatever. At the end of the day, I'm still here.
And that's what I'm saying. And dude, I totally agree with you. You never back down, and that's why I respect you, right?
Yeah.
So when are you going to accept the challenge to do Cuphead without cheats?
I play Cuphead without cheats?
No, finish it. No, finish it. And stream it.
Finish it? Yo. Finish it and stream it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit up here and say.
You just said you never back down. You're backing down.
I'm not backing down. Listen, let me explain something to you, right? Like,
I got you.
I don't do the challenges. Listen, I don't do the challenges where there's like a peer pressure challenge.
There's no peer pressure. You can take however long you want.
No, listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the kind of person that's gonna say I'm gonna do something and then don't do it. So
right.
what I would tell you, if I get around to doing that, then it'll happen. If I don't, it don't. That's what I'll tell you.
Do it for me, man. I never ask you for much. I don't ask you for much, man.
Get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? You never ask me for much. Yo, Torrance, y'all don't know Torrance like how I know Torrance. Like, I'll never forget when we played basketball and this dude took his shirt off. Girls and everything. This dude had it was like 2 nutty professors in one. I was like, yo, hell no. And you talk about
that's pretty funny.
For nothing, I had to survive get around you. So like, you're crazy. Oh man, but I love you, dog.
I love you too, man. You know, keep it up. Keep up the good work, dude. Are you taking advantage of your large audience? I mean, you know what's going on today with streaming and YouTube. Are you taking advantage of that? Are you monetizing your videos and doing all that stuff?
Yo, dude, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, and for everybody that's listening in, like I now have a brand deal with Logitech. I now have a brand deal with B&H Photo.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm also I'm in talks with Samsung on a few things. I just signed my contract with Hot 97, so now things is about to get even more official. And I also have like a major esports thing that's coming soon that I'm heavily involved in.
But doesn't that require challenging somebody in a video game?
I can do that all day. My skills is nasty. We can do that all day. But it's not just me, but it's Shaq, it's Allen Iverson, it's Kevin Hart that's involved with this other thing that's coming out.
Kevin Hart, really?
Yeah.
Somebody you can look eye to eye to. That's cool.
First of all, I'm way taller than Kevin. All right? I'm way taller than Kevin. All right? You know what I'm saying? Stop confusing people with food. All right? Don't eat somebody. But seriously, to answer your question in terms of monetizing, like I'm not like in terms of monetizing YouTube, like I do it, but that's not where the money is at. Like I'm doing other things. Yeah, I'm doing other things where the money is at. So,
how come you don't have a Patreon set up?
Because I'm not into that. Like I'm not.
Dude, you got a huge fucking audience. Jim Sterling's making like $14K a month off of Patreon. I mean, come on, man.
Hold on. Like you have to understand like the truth and shit. Like Jim Sterling, like he's able to do a lot of things because like he already had like. You know, a fan base. Like you understand. Like
so do you.
Keep this in mind.
Okay.
Yo, listen, I got a fan base too, but keep this in mind. Like, you know, I've never had a job like in the gaming industry ever. Like I never had major marketing media dollars that put my face in positions where people saw me every day in the mainstream media in this particular field. Like so, it's like if someone like a Stephen A. Smith left ESPN and went to do his Patreon, did his own thing, because all them years as ESPN and the whole world knows who he is and the relationships that he got, it'll be an easy transition for him to do something like that and really, really make a lot of paper.
Wait, stop! I gotta stop you. Are you trying to say not everybody in the fucking video game industry knows who you are? Are you kidding me?
No, you're not understanding my point. You're not
Go
understanding
ahead.
my point. My point is how people perceive things.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's one thing to be very well known. Like this. 50 Cent, right? Before he signed his deal with Eminem and Dr. Dre, everybody knew who 50 Cent was, but he was a well-known underground person.
Right.
So because of that, he never had the platforms on a consistent, regular, daily, routine basis where the whole world could truly see him and embrace him until he signed that deal and he got $1 million behind him and he was able to move forward and do some things. So can I do Patreon? Can I be successful? Yes, of course. But I feel like with the things that I'm doing and the way I'm going about it, I just feel like it's a better way. I always want to offer. I want fans to be able to get everything that I do in terms of content wise for free. And if they want to buy something, buy some of the merch that's going to come out. Like
right.
buy those things and stuff like that. If you want to buy something, buy that. But in terms of Patreon, it's just not.
But you still offer the content for free. You don't make them pay for the content. You give them the Patreon because they want to support you, not because, oh, you got to pay $5 for the next Hiphopgamer video. No, you still put out your stuff for free, but you put that out there. I'm just saying, if those motherfuckers can make it, there's no reason why you can't do it either. And it's not even that much work. You make a video, you create the Patreon, you throw it up there, you promote it to your fans, and see what happens. You have nothing to lose.
Okay.
You know, that's all I'm saying.
It's something. Well, I would say, based on what you said, it's something that I would at least think about and look into more thoroughly based on what you just said. So I can respect that, and I'll look into that. And you know, I do have a donate button on my PayPal, stuff like that. You know, I do have those things.
Do you put that on your YouTube videos though? Do you put your donate button on your YouTube videos?
No, actually, I don't.
You should. You should. You got 77,000 Twitter followers. You should be doing that. So, you, of all people, should be doing that because everybody knows who the fuck you are. Everybody. So you should be doing that, man. Sell yourself. I mean, that's all I'm saying. Let me tell you something. You and I both know this industry is a pain in the ass. It's hard to make a living in this industry. It really is. And you've been blessed with some great things, but damn, dude, go full tilt with it. You know, I look at these dudes. I look at Jim Sterling. Jim Sterling. Let me say this. Jim Sterling worked for Destructoid. He wasn't really on this huge, gigantic platform. He was an editor for Destructoid. He made cool videos. He left, and then he went to Escapist, I think. No, it was Escapist, and then he left that. He's making $14,000 a month. That Colin Moriarty guy is making like $22,000 a month, and he's a dick. You know, so
Colin Moriarty.
I'm just saying you should be able to do that. You're in a position where you are in a position because you're so well known that you could do that and be successful. That's all I'm saying. Do it for the brothers, man. We need some brothers up in there. Shit.
Well, I appreciate that a lot, man. And well, one thing I would say is within the next 2 months, there's stuff already happening now that I'll tell you off stream. You know what I'm saying? But there's already stuff happening now that I'll put you on to where it's like, wow. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I appreciate it all, man. I really, really do, man.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for coming on the Morning Gamer Nightly Edition.
Yeah, you already know, so I appreciate this. This is dope.
We'll see you on the next show. All right, man, that was cool. I will talk to you soon. And
my dude.
Keep it real.
You turned it off?
I'm about to stop the stream right now. So you can give me the secrets. Subscribe to VG Warzone. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can super chat. And there's also a donate link in there at streamlabs.com/VG Warzone. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.